Today we're tackling a topic that could be the difference between wealth and financial disaster: your emotions. If you've ever felt panic when the market drops or euphoria when a stock skyrockets, you're not alone. But those emotions, they're your worst enemy in investing. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll have the tools to make smarter, more rational investment decisions. Let's get right into it. When it comes to investing, our emotions can be our worst enemy. We've all heard the phrase, let fear be your friend. But the truth is, emotions can lead us to make impulsive decisions that can harm our financial well-being. That's why it's crucial to understand the importance of controlling your emotions when it comes to investing. By doing so, we can make more rational, informed decisions that align with our long-term financial goals. Excitement during market highs and even overconfidence can all lead to poor investment choices. When we let our emotions take the wheel, we're more likely to make knee-jerk reactions, such as panic selling during market dips or investing in a hot stock without doing our due diligence. This emotional roller coaster can lead to a vicious cycle of buying high and selling low, ultimately resulting in significant losses. We've all seen it happen. An investor gets caught up in a hype of a new stock, pours all their money into it, and then watches in horror as the value plummets. On the other hand, investors who get caught up in fear during a market downturn may sell their investments at rock bottom prices, only to watch the market rebound without them. Emotional investing can lead to a world of regret, and it's essential to recognize these patterns in ourselves before it's too late. Investing is often called a game of numbers, but the truth is, it's a game of psychology. Emotions like fear, greed, and overconfidence cloud judgment and lead to impulsive decisions. Here are the biggest emotional traps that can derail your success. Fear, market crashes, economic downturns. When fear takes over, people sell at the worst possible time. Fear-driven selling locks in losses and prevents investors from benefiting from long-term market recoveries. History shows that markets tend to rebound over time, and selling in a panic often means missing out on the recovery. Greed, that FOMO, fear of missing out, leads to chasing hype stocks or crypto bubbles. Investors often ignore fundamentals or the technicals and rush into investments that are already overpriced, hoping to ride that wave. This frequently ends in losses when the bubble bursts, as seen in the dot-com crash and various other collapses throughout time. Overconfidence, thinking you're smarter than the market, often results in excessive risk-taking. Overconfident investors may believe they can time the market or pick the next big winner, leading to risky bets on speculative stocks. This mindset ignores the reality that even professional investors struggle to consistently outperform the market. Regret, selling too soon or too late, based on past decisions instead of logic. Investors often let regret cloud their judgment, holding on to losing stocks way too long in hopes of a rebound, or selling winning stocks way too early out of fear they'll lose those gains. A rational approach based on strategy and fundamentals helps avoid these pitfalls. That herd mentality, following the crowd instead of sticking to a solid strategy. When markets are booming, investors pile in, pushing prices to unsustainable levels. When fear strikes, they sell en masse, worsening market downturns. Staying disciplined and following a personalized strategy helps investors avoid making decisions based on mass hysteria. Emotional investing can also lead to overtrading, where we constantly buy and sell based on our emotions rather than a well thought out strategy. This can be very expensive and lead to a significant amount of transaction fees. And not only that, the bad decisions that you're making. Not to mention the potential losses from making poor investment choices. We've all been there. We get a hot tip from a friend or a family, and suddenly we're convinced that we need to invest in this particular stock or fund. But before we know it, we're jumping from one investment to the next, never sticking to a single strategy long enough to see it through to success. It's a recipe for disaster, and it's essential to recognize when we're falling into this pattern. Now that we've exposed the emotional traps, let's talk about how to conquer them. Here are some strategies to help you separate emotions from investing decisions. 1. Create a written investment plan. Having a rules-based system keeps emotions in check. Define your risk tolerance, your asset allocation, and when to buy or sell, and stick to it. Fine-tune it. A well-thought-out plan acts as your roadmap, preventing panic-driven decisions in volatile times. Use a 24-hour rule. Before making any huge, big financial decisions, sleep on it. Rash decisions often lead to regret. Giving yourself time to process new information ensures words, you're making a rational choice rather than reacting emotionally to short-term market swings. Automate your investing. Removing yourself from the process by setting up automatic investments, whether it's buying or selling, helps you avoid emotional swings. Set prices to buy and prices to sell. Limit your losses. Set stop losses so that one investment doesn't wreck your whole portfolio. Do not put your head in the sand. Stay informed and take control of your own decisions. If you don't know, ask questions and understand your investments, how they work, and the risk involved. Have both a long-term strategy, but also a short-term strategy. Beware of the factors economically and geopolitically that can influence your investments. Practice mindfulness and emotional control. Meditation, journaling, or even just deep breathing can help you avoid emotional reactions. Investing should be rational, not reactionary. Keeping a trail journal to track decisions and the emotions behind them can help you recognize patterns and improve decision making. Remember that dot-com bubble? Investors got greedy, piled into tech stocks at insane valuations, and then, boom, the crash happened. Many sold at rock bottom prices, losing everything. The ones who remained logical and had a plan to hedge against such volatility and limit their exposure to downside risk took profits on the way up. They came out on top. The same pattern repeated itself in 2008 and 2020. Those who controlled their emotions and stayed the course saw their portfolios recover and grow. So what's the solution to this? The answer lies in having a disciplined investment strategy, one that's based on rational decision making rather than emotional responses. As someone who's made my fair share of emotional investment decisions in the past, I can tell you from personal experience that it is not easy to stick to a strategy, especially when the market is volatile. But I have learned that it's crucial to take a step back, breathe, and remember that investing in a long-term game. By doing so, I've been able to avoid making impulsive decisions based on fear or greed, and instead focus on making rational choices that align with my goals. So what's the lesson? Emotions are powerful, but they don't have to control you. By setting rules, thinking long-term, and staying disciplined, you can be a more successful investor. Let me know in the comments what's the biggest emotional challenge you faced in investing. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. See you on the next one.